Today we're going to talk about the chain rule, which we've been working on in class. Alright, if you remember from class, that's where we're talking about an inside and an outside function. We're always interested in what's happening to x first. So if we were to put a number in, if we put a value in for x, what happens first? That what happens first part is going to be our inside function. Alright, so first, just a basic review of what the rule is. So let's say we have some function, y, which is equal to f of g of x. So we've got some inside function here, g of x, and then overall we have this outside function, f of x. Our derivative then was the derivative of the outside evaluated at that inside, so we just leave that inside alone, times the derivative of the inside. Alright, so we're looking at the function overall and taking the derivative, and then we're taking the derivative of all that good stuff that's inside. As an example, let's look at the function y equals sine x squared. Alright, so first I want you to think, well, what's my inside? It might appear obvious that x squared is on the inside here, but if you're unsure, we'll just take a value and we'll put it in. So, for those of you that are unsure, when we look at this, let's say we were to put in 2. Alright, if we put 2 into our function, we'd have the sine of 2 squared. Alright, notice that that's going to be the sine of 4. So that 2 is getting squared first. Alright, so that squared happens first. So our inside function is x squared. That might be obvious to some of you, but it's always good to have this technique to fall back on. So our inside function is x squared. Alright, so what I'm going to do over here now is just jot down my inside and my outside. So my outside derivative Alright, that's going to be the derivative of sine, which is cosine. Sorry about that. Of x squared. And then the derivative of our inside. So we just did the outside, the inside now. The derivative of x squared, well, we pull down the 2, the exponent. The new exponent becomes 1 smaller. So we've got 2x, that's just the power rule. Alright. Then applying our rule for the derivative, we combine the two. So we have cosine x squared times 2x, or we could write it as 2x cosine x squared. Alright, notice I did not multiply the 2x and the x squared. Alright, the x squared is still our inside function inside of cosine. Alright, so we can't bring that 2x inside. That's a common mistake. A lot of people will do 2x cubed on the inside of cosine. We can't bring that inside. Alright, that's it for now.